Alright. We was having problems with this earlier. Seems to be working just fine now.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday.
Snow and Lambeau, Coach. Something about that combo that just works, like peanut butter and jelly. And we've got half a foot of the white stuff and still coming down here in Green Bay. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded at the 2. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win
Lord.
like a good pitcher without his best stuff.
Nothing against it.
Offset by the not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB, but finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Green 18! Hey, defense, let's go! Look again!
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
It's tough to be an offensive lineman in Green Bay because their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, knows how to keep plays alive and often extends them for 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. But David Bakhtiari, his left tackle, he does it as well as anyone could ever expect. Excellent footwork, knows that the plays are going to stay alive for a long time. Often will get 2 or 3 blocks on the same play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now the starters on the defensive side of the ball for the Ravens. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone.
Them 4 on the back, man, they terrorists back there, man.
An early tough test on the opening drive.
Ooh.
This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they're able to get this one.
You know what, I got to run on you. That's right. I got to run zone on you.
There, and the Packers have a first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Now Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So here are the Ravens with great field position to start out. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And that's really good field position they were given. Now, nothing's a gimme. We know that. But I know his goal, have the field goal kicker just stay on the bench. They want to put it in the end zone and get 6 out of this one. If they don't, I think it'll feel like a disappointment.
Ready. 50 my man. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check 43. Check 3. Cover.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And now an introduction here to the starting 11 on offense.
Let's take a look at Willie Snead, wide receiver, undrafted coming into the league. He's the quintessential coach's son. Knows how to play the game so well and plays it with joy.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Under 10.
First carry now for Justice Hill. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Watch the slant.
They'll run here with Edwards. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. Now here's Hill. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Justice Hill, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And the end result was the touchdown run by Justice Hill. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep it
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hey, hey.
Now a draw play.
Say, hey, hey.
So we got free
I said, how's it going?
A whole lot else. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Meanwhile, you can't call me because your phone is off.
Throughout this game, the snow coming down. I don't expect a lot of big plays.
The phone is off. Just the buildings need to be paid, Tabby.
We've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell.
Yeah, you gonna be all right?
Number 12 for him on the year.
Well, how about that?
Because don't they need to be calling you sometimes?
None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the side.
So you can call, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Let's take it inside his own 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
I'm just checking on you, baby. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Yeah, I ain't nobody playing no damn fool. Like, shut up, yo. All right, well.
From the gun, Jackson.
Shut up.
Open man here is Scott, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Yo.
Jaleel Scott, his 14th touchdown now on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from.
Aaron Rodgers over there going through it.
Well coached and extremely confident in what they do.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, pass into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Rodgers pass. Intended for number 14. Incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, his 4th touchdown on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Tucker now to add the point after. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Ravens 21.
So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
48's the mic. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
On second down, it's Jones.
Here we go.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now it's Rodgers, and that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 11. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's a punt return of 89 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Ravens 28.
Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Aaron Rodgers, we focus on him for our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Rodgers going to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to go down again.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers Operating from the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This will be taken at the 10. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They begin the drive with Hill. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, and what a game it was last week, and a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a second straight Player of the Week award.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Devontae Adams in the Packer offense heading back out. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Mine's 42, mine's 42. I got you.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jaleel Scott in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Tucker now to add the point after.
Ain't that frustrated, yo. Throwing the Gatorade bottle. The bottle ain't do nothing to you, man. She mad at the Gatorade bottle for a boy.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
On the return, the Packers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the Texans who picked up the victory at home. Austin Eckler, a touchdown run in the victory. From one Texas team to the other, we take the drive up I-45 to Dallas to check on the Cowboys. And they were winners in their ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Redskins. Dak Prescott, another strong performance as his guys claim victory number 13 on the year. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. As folks, you'll see a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the New England Patriots. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys have just about put this one on ice already. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Edwards. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Going out there.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense.
I did not mean to
It's just
do
their
that.
first, so 2 remaining.
Spike the ball and burn it down. They burn it down. That is not part of the plan.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And that would carry here for their fullback. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
On the double. 942. Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Switch. Switch.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Tucker now for the extra point.
Come on, man.
Good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Jones. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. He'll take it at the 42. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but it's brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20.
Here we go. Come on, set. 15 on it. 15 on it. Oh, you got deep?
Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Obviously, a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
Set, ready. 60 yards. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Shift. Hunt, 64. Wait. 2. Watch the run.
From the gun, it's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
This is Hill on the draw play. And that'll
What the heck?
As this time they're able to get it behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Oh, heck no.
These defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. In their minds,
You're in the wrong formation, buddy.
Letdown. They had the great starting field position. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
They calling about. I know that. We already talked about it.
Easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
Hey.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
What? Yeah. So.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. 1 quarter remains here on a
Hold on.
Sunday night.
Take that to mine. Yeah. Hold on, baby. Take that to mine.
Hey, Lennon, 58. Right now, let's go. I want that. Give me that ball, defense.
They'll go again to Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Check tight end. Check tight.
They'll run it with Hill. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. 2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Ready. Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Mike 50. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Let's go now. 10, Tuscan. Know your job. Check. Crunch.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Hey.
Tucker able to connect on the extra
My phone.
And that will extend this big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result was the touchdown run by Justice Hill.
My phone. Maya.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And now here come the Ravens. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe... Yeah, you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Jackson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Hill. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, snapped at the 11.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Oh, snap.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down.
Holding
a second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. Into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
forward. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? He might meet up with his team again.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He's got it to Williams. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. Here's Rodgers. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Off the draw, here's Hill. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, they run with Hill. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step.
Yo, 1 passing yard. -1. Y'all didn't have any yards to this game at all?
So Baltimore, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the loss is number 8 for them on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gordon saying so.
All y'all had was kick return yards. Wow. They had no yards. No offensive yards. No offensive yards? No offensive yards. Well. Dude. There you have it. Oh my goodness, a rating of 7.4. Oh. It's about 6 sacks. You sacked about 6 times. Definitely going to be playing next season.
If you lick on my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Yeah, ain't saying like think you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes, they do not fit me, I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jaws, I'm not a guard, go hop with a squad. I'm playing my part like from LeBron. I'm relaxing and hard. The homie calling from a cell, a couple of homies be making them. I just want all of the dudes to do well, not worry about taking a couple of L's. No sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me, we eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Liberty. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they though they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice.
Oh